Hi, I'm about to give you a tour of your home page on Blackboard for your English class this summer. So the most important parts are over here on the left, these various links. First one will take you to your home page, which is where we are right now. And then I'm going to jump over to announcements. If you scroll down, here are announcements. You can click on this announcement here, or you can click on this. Either way, it'll take you to the announcement. And I can see that you can't see this whole thing. I'm going to move the frame over a little bit. So, welcome to the remote version of this class. I hope you've been staying healthy this summer. So this class is divided into 4 modules or content areas that correspond to the essays you'll be reading and writing. And extra time is set aside for grammar exercises. So you may access the modules under the course content tab to your left, directly above the tab for announcements. All the important files and handouts related to each section of the course can be found in the modules. So if you're the type of person that likes to spend hours analyzing poetry like I heard of Flybuzz when I died, well, this is not the class for you. We focus mainly on current events for many of the readings and homework assignments in this class. And in the narrative essay, we add some personal memoir pieces. The schedule of readings will change, and I will always announce the changes on Blackboard. This summer, the 2 themes that many of our essay assignments will focus on will be, 1, the pandemic that we've all been dealing with, and number 2, Black Lives Matter movement against police racism and brutality. Those are the 2 things. I will give you permission to write about something else if you prefer not to write about the themes. The advantage of writing about the themes is that you can take material and information that you've gathered from one essay and you can use it again to some degree and expand on it in the next essay. So module 1 is about the narrative essay. That is where you're going to start. You have to write your own story, not fiction, in a vivid and effective way using the techniques employed by successful writers. You'll learn how to write vivid description. You'll learn how to create a scene, like a scene in a movie, with some dialogue. You're writing a creative nonfiction essay. You'll also read a variety of narrative essays to analyze both the author's intended meaning and his or her technique. So, our class discussion will focus on why the story was written, what was the author's intent, and how it was written, what was the author's method. We'll discuss whether each essay is an effective piece of writing or not. So, to be successful in this class, this is only a 6-week class. We do meet 3 times a week, and it's a long class, but it's only 6 weeks. And we have 4 essays to write in this class, plus a portfolio. So you will feel like you're writing 1 essay per week, because practically you will be writing 1 essay per week. And then you'll have the portfolio, which is basically made up of essays that you've already written that you revise. So, first module is a narrative essay. Second module will focus on, in fact, all the rest of the essays will not be creative nonfiction. They will be academic essays, and they will use outside sources. And they will focus on different methods of writing. So module 2 will focus on cause and effect. Module 3, compare and contrast. And the last one will be on the persuasive essay, or also known as argument. Because when you go into 102, you will only be focusing on argument essays. You'll be reading different types of argument, analyzing them, and writing them, which I think is probably one of the most important skills you can learn in a college English class. So that's what you're going to be doing in 102. So this is, we use the persuasive essay as the last essay in this class to kind of prepare you for the next class. Then in portfolio, you'll be revising 2 of the essays, and you'll also write something called the reflective essay that describes strengths and weaknesses in English, which you will identify at the beginning of the class and how they have changed as the class comes to an end. I'll provide more information about that later. Each class is a journey. For many of you, this journey will differ from the type of experience you may be used to in a typical face-to-face class environment, but I hope that it will be a rich learning experience for all of us. So now I'm going to move back over here to see if I can move my little frame here, back over here. And we're going to look at some other things. So you just looked at the announcement, which is right here. Let's go back and look at the syllabus. Here's the syllabus. Click on it. You can see the whole thing. The most important part of the syllabus is the schedule of classes and what we're going to do in each class. I'm not going to go through the syllabus right now, but here's where you will find it, right here. Course content is the most important. Each module is here, and within each module are all the files that you need for that section of the class. So the first one is the narrative essay. You click on it, and then I'm going to move this over just a little bit. Go down to the table of contents and click on open it up, and here are all the papers. So module 1, the narrative essay and overview is there. You click on it, minimize this table of contents to get it out of the way, and here is the narrative essay overview, and we're going to be going through this later, so I'm not going to go through it right now, but that's the overview. And then the next one is your actual assignment for the class, narrative essay assignment. Again, you're clicking on it here, minimize the table of contents, and then here is all about what you're going to be writing about. Again, the two main themes will be one will be surviving the pandemic, and the other has to do with the recent massive protest against police brutality. And when I say you're going to be writing about these, you're going to be writing about them from a personal point of view. So there are questions here to kind of guide you, because really what I'm interested in is hearing about your own personal experience. So now we're going to go back over here. And so we just went through homepage. Let's go back to the homepage. There we are again. Any announcements will show up here. Then there's syllabus. Course content has all the modules. And by the way, within each module, there's a link to when you write your final essay, you will click on the link that's within this module. And that's where you'll post your final essay, and I'll show you how to do that. This is discussions. We're going to be having discussions, and the first one of the ones we're going to be having is about systemic racism in U.S. policing. What you do is you click on the discussion, and then there will be a thread. You click on the thread, and here's a question at the top. And you respond to the question. You comment by responding by hitting reply, and then you post your response. So I'm hoping this will be one of the more interesting parts of the class. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to click back over here. That was discussions. And then you have tools. We're going to be doing a number of different things in the class. One of the things is Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, where we're going to have visual be able to see each other and go into a particular session and have face-to-face discussion. Another way we can do that, also under tools, is through Zoom. Maybe some of you have experienced Zoom. Zoom is very common and very popular, and Zoom can be accessed right here. So I may be using both of these or just one of them. I'm still trying to decide which one I'm going to use. There's lots of resources here, MC resources, academic resources, and technical support you will find on this page. We have tutoring. Let's go back. And then MC library resource is terrific here. There are all kinds of tutorials and guides on how to do research and etc. all on this page. Now this is apparently Blackboard Support Center, but students and also faculty. There's a number, there's a chat, there's other ways to contact. So that is, in short, or like a really quick overview. Oh, and then let me not forget about one important aspect, that's course mail. So underneath tools, course mail. I am not going to use Montgomery College email in this class. I just want to be very clear about that. Because Montgomery College email, I get hundreds of emails in Montgomery College, and unfortunately, emails from students sometimes get lost. When we use a course email method, the only people that we reach are each other. You can only communicate with me or another student within the course. So I won't be getting mail from anybody else other than students, and that, to me, that clinches the deal. That makes it easier. So create a message. You go to create a message, you click to, and then you will see all the people in the class. Now there's a preview user that I created for a course I'm taking right now, but that's going to be gone. It's just me, the instructor, and then here are the names of all the people. So if you wanted to send me a message, you would go like this, click on my name, instructor, click on the arrow to put me in the recipients box, come down here to subject matter. Let's say you want to talk about a Zoom meeting. Question about Zoom meeting. That will be the subject. And then down here, you're going to write your information. Dear Prof. How do and then let's say your name is, let's see what the names of some of the students up here was Shelby. Let's pretend this is from Shelby. Okay. Then you're going to go down over here and you're just going to click submit. Now we're going to come back over here. I'm looking at my course mail right now. Sorry, this thing is giving me a hard time about moving. There we go. So here's my inbox. Click on my inbox, and there's the message from Shelby. I click on it, and there it is. So that's so easy, and again, we'll be communicating with each other. So I'm going to delete this since I'm not using this. But so anyway, that's just an overview of how to get around on Blackboard and a little bit about what we're doing in the class. So welcome to this class. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you, at least virtually, real soon. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to turn